To celebrate Audi Sport's revitalised 2018 lineup, we're taking a closer look at 6 flagship models, with a drive through the Victorian High Country and a trip to the track.
With the road trip now done and dusted, it's now time to see which is quickest around the motoring test track.
But before we kick off, let's recap the models we have on test.
First up, it's the RS3. This is one of the only cars that I really know of that has a wider front tyre than it does rear, so hopefully that helps this little car turn around this tight, twisty track. That engine just sounds amazing. Well, as fast as this little thing is, and as great as it sounds, understeer is still its Achilles heel. That wide front tyre, although it helps, not quite enough. A little frustrating thing about this car is how conservative it is on the downshift. It won't actually let me change when I want it to, and a couple of times I'm left in between gears.
So Luke, that was a pretty fast lap time, but do you think there's anything here that's going to beat the 54-second lap you set in the M4 GTS last year?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm keen to give that RS5 a crack though. Well, this RS5 sure isn't mucking around. It is fast in a straight line, and I'll tell you what, it turns really well as well. It's exactly what you need around this tight little twisty track. Well, the RS5 is the newest car out of the bunch, only just been released, brand new platform, and I'll tell you what, it's done a great job with it. This car has a very sort of oversteery balance, and with a four-wheel drive car with lots of weight at the front, it's exactly what it needs.
Not bad, Luke, and certainly somewhat of a surprise. Are you keen to give the wagon a shot?
Just try and stop me. Well, this RS6 Avant may look big and chunky, but man, it knows how to get on with the job. It's obviously a wagon, a little bit stiffer in the rear than the RS7, so I'm expecting it to turn a little bit better, be a little bit more dynamic. Only one way to find out.
Luke's lap time and drive impressions were similar in the RS7 Sportback, which shares its driveline with the RS6 Avant.
Well, there's not a lot of difference in the power delivery between this RS7 and the RS6. Essentially the same sort of chassis, same engine configuration, and man, does it have the grunt and torque. This car is ballistically quick in a straight line, with so much power, so much torque, also so much weight. It really battles to turn in. So much fun though.
So Luke, we're left with 2 of our road trip favourites, the TTRS and the R8 Spider. Which one's your money on?
Well, I'm not going to place any bets on a tight, twisty layout like this. It could be anyone's game. Let's give the R8 a crack. Geez, this thing's quick. That V10 just sounds amazing. I'm tipping this is going to be the quickest car. I mean, it should be. V10, low, wide. Let's just see how we go. Listen to that engine scream. Turns pretty well. With this R8 Spider, sure is fast. It's got a slight oversteer balance to it, which neutrals out a bit of understeer it has. Fast car, fun car.
Luke's time in the R8 will certainly take some beating, but it's still a couple of seconds off the race-prepared BMW M4 GTS. So, does the unassuming TTRS have an ace up its sleeve?
Well, I reckon this little TTRS will surprise on this little track. The soundtrack is amazing from the engine, and it does feel like it's really responsive in the front end, which is what this track really needs. You sit really low in this little TTRS. It feels like you're driving a proper little sports car. I just love the sound. Understeer, won't let me downshift. Fraction disappointing. Fast though. Okay, Andrea, the suspense is killing me. How did it go?
Well, unfortunately, the TTRS didn't quite have the goods today. The R8 is still the Audi Sport King, but today has thrown up some surprises.
Yeah, I think for me it's the RS5. It really is engaging. It's got that little bit of an oversteer balance to it, which really helps on a tight, twisty layout like this.
Let's take a look at the final lap board. Well, lap times never lie, and it's the R8 Spider that wins the day today. Audi Sport has brought us 6 exceptional models, with each one offering something unique that drivers will love.